Good morning, students. So today we'll have the introduction to slope deflection method. So the slope deflection method in the present form was first presented by Professor G. A. Mane in the year 1915 from the University of Minnesota. As I told you earlier, it is an old method or conventional method for analyzing indeterminate frames, and it is also the forerunner for other methods such as moment distribution method and matrix stiffness method. I hope you'll remember that we have moment distribution method in the third unit and matrix stiffness method is the fifth unit. So this is a predecessor for all these methods, and this is an algebraic method. You have to solve equations, we then find the unknowns, and then we can find the moments. So again, the sign convention. So here the sign convention is clockwise positive. So let us take a fixed beam AB. So MF AB is a fixed moment at A, and MF BA is a fixed moment at B. Now MF AB, as you can see from the picture, it is anti-clockwise, so that is negative, whereas MF BA is clockwise. So the sign convention to be followed here for fixed end moments is clockwise positive and anti-clockwise negative. So this is standard one. So we'll divide the beam into spans. So for each span, MF AB will be negative and MF BA will be positive. So if the span is BC, MF BC will be negative and MF CB will be positive. So this continues. So clockwise positive. So that is the sign convention. Now we have to write the slope deflection equations. So the slope deflection equations for each span will consist of fixed end moments. So what are the fixed end moments for the example here? AB. So it is MF AB and MF BA. So the slope deflection equation would consist of the fixed end moments. So that is the first one. The second one, it will have moments due to rotation. So rotation at A it will be theta A and B it will be theta B. So again it will consist of moments due to rotation. And third and the lastly, it will consist of moments due to differential transverse displacement, or it will consist of support settlement. Now again coming to the slope deflection equations, as I already told, it consists of fixed end moments. So MAB is a final moment, that is the answer we are going to find out. So MAB will be equal to M of AB fixed end moment plus 4 EI theta A by L is the moment due to rotation theta A, and 2 EI theta B by L is the moment due to rotation theta B, and 6 EI del by L square is a moment due to settlement or displacement. Now we can simplify the equation. So MAB equal to MFAB. If we take 2 EI by L as common, we get 2 theta A plus theta B plus 3 del by L. So again, let me simplify. So MAB will be MFAB plus 2 EI by L. So what is the first term in MAB? A. So it will be 2 times theta A. The next one is B. So theta B plus 3 del by L. Again we can further simplify the equation as it is shown here. So I by L is taken as K. So instead of EI by L you can have K. That simplifications you can do. So now you have to always remember, so MAB will be equal to MFAB plus 2 EI by L. So within brackets you have 2 theta A plus theta B plus 3 del by L. So del is the support displacement. Now what will be the equation for slope deflection equation for MBA? So MBA will be equal to MFBA plus 2 EI by L. Within brackets you will have 2 times theta B because it is MBA. So 2 times theta B plus theta A plus 3 del by L. Now tell me what will be the slope deflection equation for MBC? So it will be MFBC plus 2 EI by L, that into you will have 2 times theta B because it is MBC. 2 times theta B plus theta C plus 3 del by L. So you have to look at the problem. If the problem does not give you any support displacement or specifies anything about the displacement, you can cancel the last term. So the equation, for example, the equation for MAB will be MFAB plus 2 EI by L 2 times theta A plus theta B only. You can ignore the term 3 del by L if the support displacement is not given. Now we'll have the step-by-step procedure for slope deflection method. So first of all, you have to find the fixed end moments, because we know that the slope deflection equation will consist of fixed end moments. So first of all, you have to write the fixed end moments. And the second step, you have to write down the slope deflection equations. As I already told, a beam can be divided into spans. So if the beam is ABC, you can divide into AB and BC. So for AB as well as for BC, you have to write the slope deflection equation. So for AB, it will be MAB equal to M of AB plus 2 EI by L, that into bracket, within brackets, 2 times theta A plus theta B plus 3 del by L. So similarly, for the same span AB, you can also write the slope deflection equation for MBA. So MBA equal to M of BA plus 2 EI by L, 2 times theta B plus theta A plus 3 del by L. Similarly, you have to write for the next span BC. So you'll have MBC and MCB. So you have to write the slope deflection equation. Now the third step, now you have slope deflection equation with M of AB. So that is a fixed end moment. So fixed end moments, we know the value from the first step. But we'll have the 2 EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B plus 3 del by L. And 3 del by L, if it is not given, you can cancel it, as I already told you. So the unknowns here are theta A and theta B. Similarly, for all the equations, you'll have the unknowns. So you have to, in order to find the unknown rotations, theta A, theta B, theta C, etc., you have to write the equilibrium equation at the joints. So next step, you have to solve the equilibrium equations to get the unknown displacement or rotations, so theta. And the next step, once you find the rotation, you can add it in the slope deflection equation. So already we know the fixed end moments, and after knowing the rotations, we can substitute the value, and so ultimately we'll get MAB, MBA, MBC, MCB and so on. That are final moments. The last step is then to draw the combined bending moment diagram. So combined bending moment diagram will be including the final moments. So MBA, MAB, all those are final moments. So that and maximum moment. So if we combine both of this, we'll get the bending moment diagram, which is the answer. So after finding the final moments, we should not stop. We have to draw the bending moment diagram. So for drawing the combined bending moment diagram, which is the final answer, we need to draw the final moment diagram and the maximum moment diagram. If we combine both, we'll get the answer, which is the combined bending moment diagram. So in the next class, we'll see the formula for finding the fixed end moments. Thank you.